And I did scam somebody. And I did scam somebody.
I beat her back out. She was in love with your boy. I beat her back out. She was in love with your boy. I beat her back out. She was in love with your boy. I beat her back out. She was in love with your boy. I kept trying to talk. Meechi heard me on there. Now, y'all know for years, I ain't never mentioned this. I didn't say nothing about it. Sure didn't. But I'm just wondering, is it because we stopped having sex? Is that it? Is that why Meechi let that man talk about me like that? Since all the pro-black and pro-conscious people want to talk, and Mr. Q Butter want to talk crap about me and say what it is about Meechi, you do know I knocked Meechi down. You do know I had sex with Meechi. I just want to make sure everybody understand this. You do know she flew all the way out to Phoenix. You do know this. You do know how she used to tell me she was in love with me and wanted to marry me. You do know this, right? You don't know this. Y'all don't know this? None of y'all pro-blacks know this? I got all the text messages. None of y'all know this? See, because I kept it quiet. Now, some people figured it out when they saw one thing about her and they saw she was at my house. But I wouldn't talk about it. Why, yes, we did, Truth Man. I beat her back out. She was in love with your boy. I don't have to make it up. It ain't something I have to sit there and pretend. Before I came to Atlanta, and then she moved to Atlanta. The problem is, when I moved to Atlanta, I started talking to somebody else, so I stopped dealing with her like that. That was the issue. What? What the fuck? All that.
Yeah, when I came on the scene,
I'm gonna talk about it.
I wasn't even tripping, you know what I mean?
I know they mad, but I'ma talk about it.
But they was coming at the Moors like they was half crazy.
They watch me talk about it. I don't care. I talk about it.
Forced me to expose these people, but
They never reality. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about it. These frauds are mad. Make no mistake, I exposed the fake. I made their pockets lose weight. 2023 was foul. Polite went on trial for a lesser charge, but it still equate to raping a child. We left her and her mother scarred in this fraud. Went on IG saying that they dropped the charges. Regardless, I never been a co-conspirator. He put that fraud in front of people, that's why we hearing them. Red and blue pill went up the Stone Mountain, trying to get the power out of rock, shooting a video bouncing. Brother Rich think he slick like a wizard, pushing pseudoscience, but he call call it metaphysics. Billy Carson did the first annual conscious award. King Simon was smiling like a Jessica at a court. No spaceships, no aliens, but a whole lot of crackers. But at least he got an underground city if they attack us. And the FDA come, they keep getting jerked. 1 million for a club and the toilet don't work. Okay, let's keep it a buck. It ain't nothing but a club that can't sell alcohol, tickets, or grub. In the city, about to shut him down at any given moment. Tariq got a mortgage that I'm telling he owned it. Meeche X conference for vendors, the black agenda. Ain't nobody show, I guess they gone to November. It don't matter to me, no, it don't matter to me. See, I don't even know why they even got me started, you know what I mean? I do it for the people, only for the people, for real. Why do they even try to test me? It don't matter to me, no, it don't matter to me. You know what I mean? If you ain't right and you call my name, it's going down. Let's go. You heard? Yeah. Come on, girls, I got one. Let's go. Meechi X was cussing everybody out online. She was crying, ain't lying. Oh my God, I was dying. Nepal showed it all just a year before, but this year she topped that for sure. Donna gave Jezebel keys to the safe. Said she took 6 racks. The people paid for the debate. The debate didn't happen, so she left the east. Flew to Cali, let killer priest kill them cheap. I keep telling these people, it's not a game. You don't want me on your heels. Let's get it. Tony the closer was digging in everybody's folder. He tried to warn you. Jay Morrison was getting over. Jay closed the door, some real estate fund. Everybody who fell for the scam was looking dumb. Boys looking like a clown trying to defend it. Talking like a bad investment just ended. Come on, boys. It was a scam, boys. Won't you just admit it? Young Pharaoh talking crazy. He needed to be committed. He claimed them shrooms that made him a loon. Nature boy went to jail. What he need is a padded room. It's too disgusting to go into detail. How him and young Pharaoh like girls who are males. Go figure. They all like mentally ill. Garfield and Jagger Squad are the only one who kept it real. Tazariak started running with whack. On the real, still waiting for the cap to come back. Yeah, I seen him on no jumper with the Fed and the devil. And that ain't the captain that I wanna remember. Remember Big Shirley, Crystal Muhammad, Uncle Sug, Yuck Bay, with all that drama. Queen Throne, Dr. Inky, they all came against me. Their channel is a graveyard, they rest in peace. And feces and dung, look what they become. Let that be a warning for those who want some. Malik Lulu Shabazz had to quit his post. Do Black Panther Party, ain't nothing but cutthroats. Ops and informers, I exposed them all. And a few real ones salute, you know who you are. 30 years marching, and talking the matter with the God. The matter ain't nobody sparking. Ozone got 30 years running with these fools. The ultimate setup, informers got away smooth.
So you're a philosopher?
Yes.
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 I try to warn you. Check. We got Sister Nandy in the building. Let's get it. Sharif Bey said he would debate the sheik. Jay topped his tail, and I haven't heard a beat straight fraternity guy. Should be a fraternity ward, cause they had poop babies when I swing that sword. I put Roy Bay on quiet time like a junkie. Meech and add that, then became silent of front. You might not know that fraud, but rest assured that he ain't got a government, he ain't no more. Wesley Muhammad spent all year talking to Moorish World TV, family. We have the fun tonight. What up, Portland? What up, Malika? But it don't make sense. Recently, Wesley only talking about spaceships. The mothership. That's me. Flying above us. That's about as well as Ali Muhammad's government. Don't be showing me no clock, Portland. I ain't forget your word. You ain't gotta go work tomorrow. Yeah, it's gonna be here. You ain't got no job, Tommy. You gonna do something crazy. Cause that's what you do. Hey, I gotta do one song by request, then we gonna get started. Yo, shout out to Uncle Murder with the rap. This is the conscious community rap up. I said my people was flipping, man, they wanna be fooled. What fool still don't ain't to my school? I said my people was tripping, man, they wanna be fooled. What fool still donated to my school? I said my people, it's like they wanna be fooled.
What fool deal done it into Umar school? Said my people be slipping, man, they wanna be fooled. Man, listen, I got a song by request. From one of my, I think it's one of my Hebrew Israelite sisters. Man, I gotta drop this for my sister, man. I forgot last show around, but this is, I ain't gonna say no names, but this is for my sister, man. That's right, we gonna do this.
I'm the manifest. Check 1, 2. Sean, we got
this
one.
This is special dedication. Shalom, sis.
Yo, we got one.
Let's go.
Yeah, Maymuna, we got one.
Let's go.
Candy, we got one. Meeche X. I'm the manifesto God. The manifesto God. Hit me privately, let's see who really hard. I'm the manifesto God. Hey, manifesto God. Gone. Hit me privately, let's see who really hard. I'm the manifesto God. The manifesto God. Let's see who really hard. Ain't worried about you frauds. I'm the manifesto God. The manifesto God. Ain't worried about you frauds. Hit me privately, let's see who really hard. Worried about you frauds. Boy, I'm a gorilla. Viet Cong, guerrilla warfare. Don't make me turn killer. You acting like my knife don't shake, my gun don't bust. Hit me quietly, we can do the fist, the cup. Show up, I'm really about that stick life, but I'm trying to keep it peace to bring my people to the light. You all washed up beer belly has-beens be trippin'. Internet disrespect, making threats, you slippin'. Now you said it, how you think I'm gonna respond? With a song in a live stream, homie, you wrong. You done showed that John too many times and they ain't used it. And I ain't really sure who you got me confused with. I'm the manifesto God, the manifesto God. Ain't worried about you frauds, let's see who really hard. I'm the manifesto God, ain't worried about your frauds. Holla at me privately, come on, let's see who really hard. I'm the manifesto God, the manifesto God. Hit me privately, let's see who really hard. I'm the manifesto God, the manifesto God. Hit me privately, let's see who really hard. I'm the manifest.
Y'all know about that. What you know about that? That's right. What you know about that? All right, fam. I just had to drop one real quick. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let me see. All right, fam, here we go. Let's get it started. This Saturday night, family.
Check 1, 2.
This Saturday night. Buckeyes on. Y'all some internet prophets and you need to stop it for someone catch you on the block and cock it, or catch you at your lecture and rock your knocking. Yeah, man, and me, because I'm supposed to rob. And see, I used to be a robber, I was robbing a thug, and the agents in the hood selling nasty grub. I was only 17 and I didn't know better. Put that thing in their face and said, give me the cheddar. But it really amazed me, the age of 40, that people will use the things that would annoy me to rob our people like Bibles and Qurans. Take your money and then they gone. Shoot, selling, plagiarize books and dreams of unity. Blame the European, but look what you do to me. Got me thinking we gon' overcome, but when you cut your camera off, you really one of them. You gon' have to watch it back for the rest of your life. I know good and well you can't sleep at night. We gonna do the Harlem Shake over here. From the hood to the bird. Baltimore Shake. Your crystals, your books, your herbs. You convinced everybody that it's white supremacy. There's no rhythm shake. The fact of the matter is you're the real enemy. You've been lying to the people back in your pockets. You ain't nothing but internet profit. You gon' have to watch it back for the rest of your life. I know good and well you can't sleep at night. You done robbed everybody from the hood to the birds with your unks, your crystals, your books and herbs. Now they calling me out cause I revealed the scam. They shake your hand, still grip your fam. They say Hotep, please black power shalom. Assalamu alaikum, praise the Lord, Islam. But at the same time they plot to get in your pocket, get their white label sunglasses, cups and watches. What's up, Andy? I can't understand why I ain't been walking out. You ain't noticed that you listen to the words. I got him, Bacardi. We got one. Bank account got light and you haven't seen the light. You burn all the sage and ain't check it out. Incense burning, crystals turning. Think to yourself, what you really learning? What you really saw? You gave him your all. Your museum club and internet. Settling deodorant, hurry up and buy. He don't really care if you're broke and you die. You just act like that you don't care either. This is very evil. Hey, we gonna block Portland in like 5 minutes. We gonna block Portland. Yes, indeed. We got the finger on the trigger for Portland. Going out there.
You ain't nothing but an
All right. All right, we're gonna start the show. Portland say start the show. We're gonna start the show.
Good and well, you can't sleep at night.
We're gonna start the show. Now I gotta bring you in right.
With your unks, your crystals, your books and urns.
We're gonna start the show.
Back for the rest of your life. Good and well, you can't
Exposing the hidden frauds in the building.
To the burbs with your unks, your crystals, your books, your urns.
Man, we have party over here.
That is white supremacy.
The fact of the matter is you're the real enemy. Let me do one more. I gotta get in the mood for this. I got to. Oh, no, we ain't want that. I got to get in the mood for these things. You know what I mean? I got to get in the mood for these things.
I think I'd rather listen to a toy.
I got to get in the mood.
Listen to rap music. You can't understand what they're saying.
I got to get in the mood.
Oobity, ibbity, oobity, ibbity. Sing slow.
That's me.
Understand.
I'm ready.
Oh. I got to get in the mood. I just can't start talking.
I'm ready. You ready? I'm ready. They ain't no move makers. They ain't no uplifters. They acting like they shifters. They ain't nothing but some grifters. We about to call them out. We know what they all about. Acting like they love the people taking food out their mouth. They keep a fresh scam. I keep a fresh show. They think that people slow, but I'm here to let them know. They out to get you. All these devils and these witches. They bring witches cooking CMOS in the kitchen. You gotta stop them now.
Ain't no way into the mall. Only God we waiting on is us calling out them frauds.
They think they Falcon Haru. I call them jive turkeys. And when I expose them frauds, then they try to hurt me.
Hey, and then they try to hurt me. When I call out them frauds, then they try to hurt me. Hey, and then they try to hurt me. Hey, and then they try to hurt me. Hey, family, welcome to another edition of Moorish World TV. I make no apology that I gotta get my show started right. I got to feel the energy, you know what I'm talking about? I just can't go right in. I got to feel it. If you don't like this part of the show, only thing I can tell you is leave out, come back later. That's all I'm trying to tell you. You got to listen, hold up. Listen. If you don't like this part of the show, the only thing I can tell you is leave out and come back. This is how we do. You know how we do. Shout out to Black Girls Read. Hold up. We almost there.
Check 1, 2.
We almost there. Get a little bit patient.
Check.
Have a little bit patient.
This the real deal.
Let me get myself together.
This the real deal.
Let's go. Talk about.
I said the feds is watching, informing, plotting to get me, cause I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like 50. They said they catch me in Cali, smack me out with some charges. If I was 25, I probably would've stuck them out regardless. On the run from the feds, because that boy is a fed. And this was back in the day, I put a price on his head. They wanna swing on the guard, you little swindling fraud. With the feds on the block, the roof, and in the car. Nah, I'm a little smarter, I live to fight tomorrow. I refuse to let you leave me to slaughter, you little punk. I got children to raise, I got people to uplift. Your intentions is to enslave our people in grip, and at the same time snitch on anybody suspicious. You're a government witness and they just changed your name, gave you a new identity, location, and fame. But we know who you are, you can't hide no more, Marcus. It's coming to light what you done did in the darkness. Been an agent for years, yeah, back in 91 you infiltrated the rap game. It's Cosmo Flex, your job is done. Hey! The feds is watching, informants plotting to get me, cause I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like 50. I said the feds is watching, informants plotting to get me, cause I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like 50. The feds is watching, informants plotting to get me, cause I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like 50. I said the feds is watching, informants plotting to get me, cause I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like 50. I said the feds is frauds. They say I'm trolling
like watching. They say I'm trolling like 50. And now the feds is watching and forming spying. Cause I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like 50. I got the heart of Muhammad and the wisdom of Ali. I never say why me, instead I say why you. Didn't heed the warning, you know how I do. Destroy them devils, cause the devil's a punk. I'm the manifesto God, Star Crescent and Oak. And you a Twitter revolutionary, way to get hacked. I say I got smacked, sitting in front of your compact. I'm boots on the ground, 10 toes down out west. I could've called up my people and pulled up to your rest. In your gated community is your federal prison. Don't think that we don't know how you really living, we got you. The feds is watching.
Come on, man.
I said the feds is watching, informants plotting to get me. I said they plotting to get me. I said they plotting to get me. Come on. Oh, the show is starting now. Okay, party over. Party over. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front. We gon' slow drag it in. Call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. You gotta throw your thumbs up. Throw your thumbs up. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay. We gon' slow drag it in. If you a friend of the Moors, then you a friend of mine. You gotta break your mind down. Break your mind down. Those that speak against the prophet, they speak against me. And I'm speaking about the prophet. Remember the people just dance with their thumbs. Remind you and bind you back to Morocco, the mountains, Mississippi, and Quebec. Told you you wasn't black, proved it was straight back. You're tripping off trucks, you need to be tripping off that. Then here we go again, acting like you a slave. The same people taught European how to bathe. And looking at women buying European hair. The love for self, but do the men really care? Hell no, cause they got a love for Europe. Whole generation chasing pills, weed and syrup. Yeah, they love Lil Yachty, Tucci, Gucci, Kodak, Amigos, Ross, Lucid. But when the love for the woman look like your mother, I guess they say it's all black when it's under the cover. Now cypher, I be that more you gon' remember. Hey, I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. All you super scholars holler. This era for the workers. You ain't building on the ground, then you worse than a twerker. You look and sound good, but that's only on the surface. Probably working for the people. Now tell me what's your purpose. Ain't worried about your homie, but know that I know every mo that rock a fans. He ain't my bro. Yeah, you know I ain't slow. I seen it all before. How they try to kill the prophet, it was all for dough. And some got it right now. Don't say that I'm not down. I'm coming for my vast estate. I want my town, my sheriff, my stores, my school, my nation. Sick and tired of the procrastination and the best indeed. Y'all keep hating. Yes, indeed. You know, y'all ready? I think we ready. Let me see. That's why you killing, fighting, Murray out. Man, listen, man. If you ain't for more, I think y'all ready now. Let me see what we got. Cause Chinese love China. I think we ready. Oh, we ready. You should love the world. Oh, we ready. Hey, Meechi, you can pack them in. Be that more you gon' remember. You can pack them in, Meechi. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. Indeed. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. Meeche X, you can pack them in. I be that more you gon' remember. Thank you, Meechi. Oh, yeah. I'm doing this for views. The dummies, you. I be that more you gon' remember. Be more. Yes, indeed. I be that more you gon' remember. That's crazy. I be that more you gon' remember. You can pack them in. Front line till the law call my number. How you get them bad? I be that more you gon' remember. That's long. I be that more you gon' remember. New York. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. Oh man. Hold on. Hey Meechi, you can pack them. I messed up. I got too excited. Hold on. I got too excited. Can y'all still hear me? This is ridiculous. Oh man, can y'all still hear me? I got too excited. I went look at the number. Meechi, you can pack them in. You and Tariq, all you grifters can pack them in. If I just talk about Listen, if I talk about something that's like the economy, ain't nobody want to hear that. But y'all can pack them in. I think I'll do a show every day about Meechi. Thinking, man, you doing it for views. That's all you doing. You doing it for your views. I am. You're right. You fool. I want everybody to know. They do that stuff. They try to use psychology. Oh, you just using my name for views. Like I'm going to stop using it. No. I'm using your name because you're a fool. Anyway, Meechi, boy, you sure can pack them in. Check 1, 2. Can y'all hear me? Won't you grow up? You need to grow up. What man keep on doing a show every day without the same person? You need to grow up. You notice they be watching me saying these things. They be watching. How you know I'm doing a show about the same people? Thanks for the view. Anyway, family, we got a lot to talk about tonight. We got a lot. Y'all gonna make my heart get heart trouble. Make my heart get heart trouble. You hear me? This is just too funny. This is too funny. Look, why you keep making videos about the same person? How you know? How you know? Tell me how you know. Ain't that insane? See, we critical thinkers over here. How would you know that we making the videos about the same people? How you know? How you know? What you doing? Who crazy, me or you? I know what I'm doing. Peace. How you all here and the rest of the town is rejoicing? He must be talking. The Ravens must won. That's got to be what he talking about. I don't watch football, man. I really don't. I don't watch football. I really don't, man. I don't know. I never did. And that was my thing, man. I mean, yeah, that was my thing. And they won. I really didn't watch football. I mean, for real. I tried to play football a couple times. I mean, I thought we was practicing. And he threw the guy threw the ball, you know what I'm saying? We was doing the run and turn play, you know what I'm saying? And when I went to catch the ball, bro hit me real hard, knocked wind up out me. I took helmet off and beat him with the helmet like, nah, this supposed to be practice. You too serious. You way too serious. I mean, the guy name was Fish. I mean, this true story. The brother named Fish, that mean round way, and we was playing and we was playing the game, but it was practice. And we was doing the run. You know how you run and then you turn and then you catch the ball? When I went up to catch, he hit me. I'm talking about hit me like we was enemies. I said, oh no, bro. This supposed to be practice. I unstrapped that demonstration, grabbed that face mask, and beat the brakes off of him. Oh no, you not gonna do me like this. This is supposed to be practice. That was the beginning and the end of my football career. I was 9, 10 years old in the pee-wee. I was in the pee-wee. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I was in the pee-wee. I'm trying to tell you. You know what I mean? Pop soapbox. Get off your soapbox. Anyway, family, I just told you, if you don't like the intro, you can come back. Sometimes I do short intros. Sometimes I get pumped up, man. Listen, I'm a fan of listen, family, if it's something in life that you do and you should have at least one thing in life that you do and you should be excited about. I have quite a few. I'm trying to tell you. If you ain't got one thing in life that you do and you ain't excited about, give your life to the Lord. Join the mosque. Join the temple. Become a Buddhist. Do something with yourself. If you ain't got nothing in life about you that makes you excited, see, the Negro would say, kill yourself. I ain't gonna tell you kill yourself. I ain't gonna tell you do that. But I'm telling you, the Negro would tell you kill yourself. I'm gonna tell you say yourself. Do something with yourself. Do something with yourself. You should have something that excites you. I got quite a few things. I got quite a few things that excite me. And one of the things that excite me is being able to just play around with hip-hop, play around with music, play around with beats, play around with rhymes, and just do it for fun. Not expecting a check from it, not expecting the reward is that we relate to it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, is it at Doggy Down or DM Down? Yeah, the reward is we can relate, we can laugh, we ain't trying to go platinum. You know, somebody be on, it's a dude, I remember a guy on Facebook said, man, what you 50 years old still rapping? Is there an expiration date on rapping? If it is, please show me where the FDA, the FBA, the FBI, and any alphabet people establish an expiration date for rapping. I'm not going to honor it, but I would just love to see it anyway. People say the darndest things. You know what I mean? Ain't you 50 years old or something and you still rapping? Well, anyway, family, I got to get to the show tonight. Family, I'm sorry. If you are a Meeche X fan, you might want to turn off now. All right? If you are a Meeche X fan, I'm telling you now, you might want to turn off now. Don't get up here knowing good and well I'm about to critique Meeche X and you up here mad. Just turn off. Just go. Just go now. Why would you sit up here and feel emotionally abused when I talk about somebody you admire? Just leave. That just makes sense. If you don't leave and you stand around here and make idiotic comments, that shows that you crazy. I'm trying to tell you. Listen, let me give you an example. Every so often on the internet, people make videos about me. I had to tell people stop sending them to me because I'm too busy, number one, and I just ain't got time to look at all the videos. There's a lot of them. But what man or woman in their right mind is sit there is going to watch somebody ridicule them all day? What crazy fool will sit there and watch somebody ridicule them all day? Somebody would critique them all day. I'm not sitting watching nobody critiquing me all day. I'm too busy. So when I'm telling you, if it's going to bother you, don't sit up here and watch it, because we about to go all the way in, okay? Talk to like little baby. Okay? We about to go all the way in. I need to grow up, don't I? I need to grow up. I mean, this is too much. That's right. Check KRS-One still rapping at 58. And you can't tell KRS-One he ain't the best battle rapper in the world, but cook goodness and gracious. Anyway, so family, what I want to tell you is that from now on, we're going to use some code names, all right? We're going to use some code names. Check this out, family. In reality, Meeche X just did a presentation. If you haven't seen it, I advise you to go check it out. I don't do no hating on people that get views. What up, Big Mom? I could care less how many views a person get. Makes me no different, guys. Nothing to do with what we do over here on Moorish World TV. Meeche X recently went in on Dr. Martin Luther King. I mean, went in. Now, I know that people have their opinion about the good Dr. Martin Luther King. I get it. Listen. If you agree with everything somebody says, then you are nothing but a robot. You should never in a million years agree with something that everyone says. Never in a million years. If you do, you're nothing but a robot. And that's the fact of the matter. That's just the fact of the matter. So with Martin Luther King, I don't agree with everything that Martin Luther King was moving on. I don't. However, I'm able to acknowledge the imprint that he has left on the world, and he, regardless of what people say about him, some people call him an agent, some people call him this, that, and the third, some people don't like his methodology, but he moved the meter at least an inch or two. He moved the meter. Whether we like his methodology or not, he moved the meter. Him and Malcolm X, do I agree with everything Malcolm X put out? No. But we can all agree that him and Malcolm X moved the meter. They moved the meter. We can't deny that. Maybe we don't like the part about the integration. Okay, but who is Meechi to talk about Martin Luther King fighting for integration when she is a product of integration? Literally. Now, we can't let you disrespect MLK. We can't let you disrespect MLK. You are a product of integration. Without integration, you would not be here. Without integration, you would not exist. How do you get the ability to talk about Martin Luther King when you are a product of integration? You are a shining example of what happens when two different people integrate from two different places, nationality, descent, and creed. What are you talking about? How do people stand and listen to this mess? It's beyond me. It's beyond me that someone would sit there and listen to her and say, you right, when you are sitting up there a shining example of integration. You are the poster child of integration. How can you sit up there and talk to somebody? I know people might don't like what I'm saying, but this is the fact of the matter. I know some people love Meechi, but this is the fact of the matter. You're a walking hypocrite. How do you talk about European women or European men when you are a product of that? How can someone respect you when you don't even respect your descent nature? You are out of your mind. This is sickness right here. This is sickness right here. This is a true sickness. We're not talking about second generation, third generation, fourth generation. We're talking about mama, father. Mama, father makes you. You got to be kidding me. That she would still have an audience amongst our people? Man, we really gone now, man. And they gonna get mad at me? They gonna get mad at me? Because I'm the one that peep this and call it out? Moochie Bear, the one that peep this and call it out? The team, we peep this and call it out. But you gonna be mad at me? Just like Karsha say, I love Meechi, but she's mixed breed. How do a mixed person get to talk about European in the most diabolical way that she does? Because without the European, she doesn't exist. That shows you that something is wrong with her or she's disingenuous. It's one or the other. It's one or the other. Because if you come into existence by the way of part European, part us, you should be grateful. You should be grateful. Whatever your life is, whatever history says on either side, you should be grateful. You don't demonize one side over the other side just to gain favor with one side. No, what you should do is straighten your hair as long as you can and take the curls out and use your current privilege. Get some student loans. Get some bank loans. bangs. You should straighten your hair out as long as you can. You should put on some ruby red lipstick as much as you can. You should curl your eyelashes and use your Karen privilege and take them to the cleaners. You sitting up here like you a revolutionary. You ain't no revolutionary. Come on, let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. Listen, I am pretty sure that there are some strong, quote-unquote, black power people in Colorado. I am almost sure that. Shout out to Colorado. You know what I mean? Because you got people believing that you're from Detroit. No. You got people believing that you're from Detroit. You're from Aura, Colorado, and I might have butchered that just a little bit. This way you're from. Kozik. This way you're from. Colorado. Stop trying to convince people that you're from Detroit. Stop it. You're from Colorado. I mean, stop playing. Ain't nothing wrong with being from Colorado. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Embrace yourself. Don't hate yourself. Embrace yourself. Don't try to come and act like you're a revolutionary. Embrace yourself. Don't hate yourself. Let me tell you something. What you talk is a reflection of where you're from. You know what I mean? What you talk is a reflection of where you're from. Let's talk about it for a second. Can we? Let's talk about it for a second. Let me tell you something. What is the best thing? Let's see. Where you from, this is the population. This is why you feel like you can talk what you talk. Only 16% in where you from in Colorado. 52% European. You know what that means? That you're highly influenced by a Eurocentric thought. And you have not emancipated yourself from that European thought. There's nothing wrong with being from a predominantly European society, but you have yet to emancipate yourself, and you're trying to sell yourself as us when you just really have a lot of disdain for us. This is why you mock us the way that you talk, because I know people in the hood that really can't say a whole sentence without saying MF. I know people around way that really can't say a whole paragraph without using slang. I know people that genuinely are a product of that environment. You're not. Dennis, brother Dr. Winkler, do you know people that literally are a product of that environment, that literally cannot say a sentence without using vulgar language, and cannot say a paragraph without using vulgar language and slang? Larry say two different issues. It's not two different issues. The same issues connected to the other. We're looking at the psychology here, Larry Nero. We're looking at the psychology that will give the person the courage to come out and talk slick about Dr. King. Now, listen, we would take that from someone that was, say they was from the ATL. We would take that from someone who was in the environment where the oppression is very prevalent. And it's not only prevalent, but we have taken on the psychology of being corralled together. Because much of the slang and much of the frustration of us comes from being corralled together. You understand what I'm saying? That's where much of it comes from. Being corralled together and don't know how to get out. That's where much of the frustration comes from. And so for one to try to mimic our frustration is it blows me away that someone can try to mimic our frustration and just walk the line with it. Let me show you. And the best things in Colorado, Aurora, Colorado is blessed with over 300 days of sunshine a year. This makes it ideal location for outdoor activities such as hiking, biking, and picnicking. The sunny weather always attracts tourists to the city who come to enjoy the mild climate and beautiful scenery. Now, I don't know if you're from there or not, but I know that's where your last address before you started talking about you was from Detroit. So let me rewind. Maybe you're not from there, but that's where your address was before you decided that you wanted to go to Detroit. You see I'm talking about? That's right. Over 300 days of sunshine a year. This makes it, listen, let me tell you something. We got plenty of sunshine here in Baltimore, but some of the activities in Baltimore is non-stop Dracos going off. Crop, crop, crop. Non-stop pit bulls barking. Non-stop drug dealing. And this is the inner city. Always going on. Most people try to move away from that. And this crazy person acting as if that they are part of that and they want to move to that. That's another sign of insanity. If you got the ability, see, I love Baltimore City. I was born and raised in Annapolis, Maryland in my younger years, but I lived in Baltimore more than I lived in Annapolis. I love Baltimore. I mean, I love it. I mean, the opportunity is through the roof. I love Baltimore because you are who you are. You're going to be real, or it's going to come out you. Somebody will pull out that fakeness about you in Baltimore. And if you stay in your lane, you ain't got to really worry about much, you know what I mean? But I ain't going to say that per se. I'm just saying Baltimore is just a real city. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. However, I don't want to live in some of the areas where as though my son got to wear a safety helmet so the bang bang don't hit him. I like to live in an area that's inner city but don't have inner city activity as it relates to the low vibration. You know what I'm saying? But you got people that want to act like they from there, want to live there, and they leave from the springs. They leave from the 300 days of sunshine to run there. Come on, man. This is insanity. This is insanity. You know what I mean? Insanity. Look, I'm from D.C., but I live in Baltimore with my cousins from there. And yeah, buddy, I live it too. It's crazy. Real talk. Real talk. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about Baltimore, though. Just like it got the dark side, Baltimore catches a bad rep because many of the people in Baltimore are some of the most empathetic people that you would meet. Brothers could stand on the corner. I remember when my wife moved from New York. She moved from upstate New York down here. And she was driving right where the Freddie Gray rides took off. And she was driving my car at the time, and something had happened. The car just cut off. Right there by Mondawmin Mall. It's a little hood right there. Right by Mondawmin Mall. They be hitting right there. When I say hitting, you from Baltimore, you know what I'm talking about. They be hitting right there. And she pulls over on the curb right where they be hitting at. Everybody right there. She calls me. She said, I don't know what happened, blah, blah, blah. She was like, but I'm right up here on such and such and such and such. She named the street. I say, I'm on my way. When I get up there, everybody that's out there doing what they do, they like, oh, all right, you here now. You here now. She was good. She was good. You ain't got to worry about that. She was good. I'm like, man, salute. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? And basically offering all sorts of help, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But that's Baltimore for you. Let me tell you something. The same person that would take you out will probably help you change your flat, for real. That's the dynamic of Baltimore. Real talk. I mean, the same person that would take you out in a heartbeat be the same one. I'm telling you, it'd be the same one that'll help change your tire. That's the dynamic of Baltimore. They'll rock you to sleep now. Don't get it twisted. But with that being said, family, let's go ahead and get busy. Let's go ahead and get busy. All right, so I got a demonstration for you tonight. Y'all ready for this demonstration? Huh? Doc said, hitting in the hole. I have a whole story about that. That's right. But with that being said, family, listen. One thing that I want to get into right now, let's get straight into it. All right, let me see if I can get my slides up here. Family, one thing I want to get into, I want to show you the psychology of it because we got to learn from this. You know what I mean? We got to learn from this. We got to learn. First of all, let's deal with the psychology of Miss Meeche X. When Meeche X always connecting herself to somebody who's somebody, nobody paying attention to it. Nobody pays attention to it. You feel me? Right here, she connects to the brother Q brother in Brooklyn. You know what I mean? She connects to the brother in Brooklyn because some kind of way she figured out that he got a school up there and she want to connect to that. You know what I mean? She connects to that, right? No harm, no foul. But then the problem with that is we see a pattern. So we're going to get this thing in order. We see a problem of leeching, trying to establish yourself off of somebody else. It's called leeching. Remember when she came through with Boyce and went crazy, her and Boyce, whatever the reason is, ain't our business. But then from Boyce, I'm going to jump around a little bit because it's not necessarily this order. She got a lot of plug from Boyce, whether you choose to admit it or not. Then she jumped on the bandwagon with Grandmaster Jay. Whether you choose to admit it or not, anybody who has a little momentum, she jumps right in with it if she's able to. With Tommy Sotomayor, she went from beefing with him to jumping in the mix with him. Anybody who has any steam, she tries to jump in with them. And anybody that's doing something on the grassroots, she's tried to donate in order to buy her way within, acting like she's about a cause. Right here with Yvette Cornell, she paid Yvette Cornell to come to her event. This is what you call a leech. This is not Meeche X. This is Leechy X. And ain't nobody paying attention to it. That she is riding people coattails. But ain't nobody paying attention to it. Hey, man, oh, man, why are you doing a sister like that? Because the sister jumped out the window with MLK, a brother who can't even defend himself if he wanted to. So at the end of the day, fam, I'm telling you, listen, I know people going to get mad. It don't make me no bit of difference. But we dealing with Meeche X. That's what we dealing with. We dealing with Meeche X. This is the leech. She's using people's momentum, and she's always have used somebody momentum to create herself. I'm trying to tell you. But hey, I bet you can't prove me wrong. Can anybody prove me wrong? I guarantee you, if you try, you could not prove me wrong. Guarantee it. You can't prove me wrong. You can't prove me wrong. She knows it. She's not doing this on her own accord. Ain't got a nerve to talk about Martin. I got a nerve to talk about Martin. Are you serious? Nah, This is Meeche X here. Oh, yeah. Goodness gracious. And got the nerve to talk about Martin? Now, we know that all of our leaders had their faults. We know that all of our leaders did not have. Can you find one leader, family, can you find one leader that everybody approved of? Please. Can you find one leader that everybody approved of? You can't find no leader that everybody approved of. You can't. It's impossible to find one leader that you as an individual could approve 100%, but you ain't go. Everybody is not going to approve of 100%. You understand? It's weird to me. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, for a person to jump on some type of holy roll train talking about the infidelity of MLK, but you ain't talk about your crazy escapades yet, an answer to what Tommy Sotomayor said, it finds to be a bit disingenuous about you. I mean,
I beat her back out. She was in love with your boy.
I mean, when you haven't addressed that, you can address Martin Luther King, but you cannot address what Tommy Sotomayor said. You can address that, and you can address it with such intensity. You know what I mean? You can address it with such intensity, but you can't address what was said about. You're gonna get mad at me in a minute. But you will not address the fact of the matter that you are, one, a product of integration. Hate integration, hate yourself, because you are a product of it. You are a direct result of it. Now the ramifications of society and that's another story. However, you wouldn't exist without the coming together of the so-called black and the so-called white. You. So we need to stop playing these games. I can't understand why people will go on and support this stuff. I mean, I don't understand. I don't understand how people would. I guess it's like she's a female entertainer and people want to be entertained. You know what I mean? Look at this. Listen to this, man.
That this man wasn't having sexual relations with these white women that was throwing themselves at him too, which to me seems really fucking trifling, because back in that day and age, that nigga was in the Jim Crow time when niggas was getting hung. You know, Emmett Till.
Y'all hear this?
That this man wasn't having sexual relations with these white women that was throwing themselves at him too, which to me seems really fucking trifling.
How is that trifling? Now, I don't condone that. How is that trifling? So she said that she is a product of something trifling. I'm just saying. So does that mean that she's a product of something trifling? Is that what that means? You see, let's look at the psychology of it. Is she a product of something trifling? And look at the way, like, you can disagree with someone, right? You can disagree with someone, right? But the way that you disagree, listen to this.
This man wasn't having sexual relations with these white women that was throwing themselves at him too, which to me seems really fucking trifling, because back in that day and age, that nigga was in the Jim Crow time.
She gonna call him the N-word and et cetera, et cetera. Come on now. And people still entertaining this. People entertain this like this is an intellectual conversation, like this is an intelligent conversation.
Niggas was getting hung. You know, Emmett Till.
She's talking about people was getting hung in the 60s. Man, they was messing, Europeans and our people was messing with each other way before the 60s. It's just crazy to me. It's just crazy to me that people would still entertain this. But since they entertain it, you know what I mean? I'm going to go ahead and
I'm not your mother. Bitch, do I look like I need to help you with your homework? Y'all niggas love being in denial. Everything I said is well known by everybody but your dumb ass. Maybe that's the problem.
What am I saying right here? Huh? Let's entertain it. Listen to this.
I'm not your mother. Bitch, do you Do I look like I need to help you with your homework?
Somebody is asking her to show sources. Somebody asking her to show sources. And listen how she responds.
Y'all niggas love being in denial. Everything I said is well known by everybody but your dumb ass.
This is how she talked to people. This is how she talked to people who she's supposed to be educating. Listen to this madness. And people still go back. You can tell that our people, our people that follow stuff like this, that they got post-traumatic slave syndrome. You know what I mean? Because anybody that will go back to have somebody talk to them like this, when they just saying that, give me the receipt, show me what you're talking about.
Do I look like I need to help you with your homework? Y'all niggas love being in denial. Everything I said is well known by everybody but your dumb ass. Maybe that's the problem.
See what I'm saying? Most people that are from an upbringing that predominantly are affected by European psychology from their environment, from their school, from their whole surrounding, and half side of their families are Europeans, I'm telling you, they really can be messed up in such a way, whereas though they really have disdain for our people and they try to cloud or clean it or cover it or cloak it as they really have an interest for our people. But they really get into these circles in order to express the disdain that they truly have for our people. They don't really know the struggles. All they know is the struggles that they have as being of mixed race, if you will, quote unquote. Because their struggle of the mixed race, they think it's the same as our struggle. But it's a different struggle. It's a totally different struggle. Because intellectually, psychologically, you're being pulled from two different ways. See, the racial struggle of our people, descendants from descendants from Africa, right, or indigenous of the America, the melanated people, our struggle is different. Our struggle is straight up and down like 6 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to be trying to believe or hope for the great white hope, and we ain't got to be believing and hoping for the great. No, it's straight up and down like 6 o'clock. This people don't like me, and they don't like me because of this. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to play volleyball with it. Oh, my grandmother over here, she don't like me because I'm mixed. My grandmother over here, she like me, but she don't like other quote unquote black people. And so it's an intellectual struggle, psychological struggle all the time. But they try to make it in comparison with the melanated people struggle. No. And I'm not saying that she's not melanated, but what I'm talking about is the ones that are truly connected to the melanated culture on both sides. Our struggle is totally different. It's totally different because we ain't playing a tug of war in life. I mean, we don't come out playing a tug of war in life. I mean, now most mixed children, they have to play a tug of war in life. They got to be pulled this way psychologically, even if they never even meet the other side. And at some point, they have to choose one side. And whatever side they choose, they don't really fit in on either side. Whatever side they choose, they don't fit in on either side because they are trying to be more of what they're not. You're half and half. Yeah. Your Baltimore tea and lemonade. You're half and half. Can I get a 6-wing chicken box and a half and half? You're half and half. It is what it is. Don't be mad. It's all right. All right. What up, Deronda? You're half and half. Don't be mad about it. It's all right. Everybody in Baltimore, everybody love a half and half with the chicken box. I'm telling you, and they like it dope fiend sweet. Anybody from Baltimore in the building? You know what I mean by dope fiend sweet? That's right. They dump they add a little bit tea and a little bit of lemonade with your sugar. Dope fiend sweet. Be like, man, can you add a little bit tea and lemonade with that sugar? Half and half. Good. This is crazy. Anybody from Baltimore there? I tell you, most popular drink in Baltimore, a half and half with a six-piece wing and fries, salt, pepper, ketchup, hot sauce.
I beat her back out. She was in love with your boy.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, man. Y'all something out.
And I did scam somebody.
I beat her back out. She was in love with your boy.
That's right. Man. All right. So look. Some of the things that she say is just so crazy to me, family. Some of the things that she say is so crazy to me. I just got listen to this, fam. Listen to this.
Dream. This day and age, all these men in the chat, y'all be having a dream. You can have a Becky. You can have a Becky. Everybody gets a Becky. That's why you niggas like MLK is. Y'all will be down with these white folks. Whatever. With that said, y'all, I'm going to get out of here. Dream. This day and age, all these men in the chat, y'all be having a dream. You can have a Becky. You can have a Becky. Everybody gets a Becky. That's why you niggas like MLK is. Y'all will be down with these white folks. Whatever.
How can a half European make a statement like that? How can people listen to this knowing who she is? You want a Becky? You want a Becky? You want a Becky? How does she get away with this? Are we that crazy? Are we that crazy? Are we that crazy that a person that they got a European parent, they got a European parent, and they get away with this?
This day and age, all these men in the chat, y'all be having a dream. You can have a Becky. You can have a Becky. Everybody gets a Becky. That's why you niggas like MLK is. Y'all will be down with these white folks. Whatever. With that said, y'all, I'm going to get out of here.
Family, that is so crazy to me that our people will be entertained by this. But since you entertained by it, let's entertain it. Fam, can somebody pronounce her name? Kozicki. Kozicki. Zik. Kozik. Y'all know I butcher stuff. Kozik. Kazak. Kozok. 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 Kozak. Kazig, Kazuku, Kazak, Kazuk. I can't pronounce it. I can't speak English. Kazuk, Kazuk, Kazuk. She's shown enough deep and breaded. She's shown enough deep and breaded. She ain't even got a Brown or Johnson or something like that. She got a Kuzuka. She way in the trenches. Kolchak. She way in the trenches. Kazuk. She ain't got a Brown. She ain't got a Simmons. She ain't got a Johnson. She ain't got Johns. She ain't got Madison. She Kazuk. Zuk. He need to grow up. He need to grow up. And when I see him, I'm going to choke him with that tassel on his face. He need to grow up. Because all he do is just sit there and talk stuff. And we be in the streets. I ain't never seen him in the streets. With his long head self. With his long head and big eye self. Kazook. Kazook. Kazik. Sorry. I don't feel like growing up. Y'all gonna have to leave the show, man. I'll have fun with this. Y'all go ahead and leave. I'm gonna laugh to myself. You just so goofy. You make yourself laugh. Yep, I sure am. I sure am. Me and the original people gonna be the only one here. Me, original people. Crip, Demetrius, who else gonna be here with us? We gonna laugh at this all night. She looked like she ready to sing It's Raining Men, Hallelujah. I'm gonna tell you something.
It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it.
That's right. Soon as I start giving my spill. Listen, family, can we be honest real quick? Listen. People always talking about someone making a video about somebody on social media, right? Family, isn't that what social media has come to as it relates to YouTube? She's talking about MLK. I'm giving my spill, talking about her, talking about MLK. All throughout the internet, Cat Williams is talking about, that's what it's come to. Everybody is giving their understanding about what is presented on the internet. So when someone try to shame me not to talk about something, I look at them like they crazy, because that's what it's come to on YouTube. There is not one person on YouTube not talking about something of interest, that it's a center figure person that they're talking about. There's not one. So anybody, why you make all the videos about Tariq? You make the videos about Tariq. Tariq make videos about people every day. And he's much more harsh with lies. I don't even lie. You know what I'm saying? So you can never shame me. So if you come here and thinking, oh man, why would you do the sister like that? Why would you do the sister like that? Huh? Sister? Not so sure about that. Oh man, Larry. Good. I'm not so sure about that. The jury is out. Let's leave that alone for right now. You know what I mean? The jury is out. Listen to what she said. Listen to what Miss Kazak said. Kazak. And you hear the Europeans that be way up in like Austria somewhere. They talk with the, I guess they talk with like spit in their mouth. It's like that's what her name sound like. Michelle. And she deep in the woods, man. She way in the woods. When you got names like that, you in the woods, man. When you ain't brown and stuff like that, you way in the woods. Yeah, you first generation. You know what I mean? See, we got ours way back. You know what I mean? We got ours way back. You know what I mean? 1789 sometime. We got ours way back. We got ours for the plantation. She got hers yesterday. I tell you, she got that joint yesterday. Man, let me stop, man. For real, think about it for a minute, though. We got our Manning. You got that joint from way back. For real. You got that joint from way back. I'm trying to tell you. She got her joint yesterday. So look, we're giving our slaves names. All right. Come on up here. Okay, you're Bobby, you can go, you already had a name. Johnson, you can go, you already had a name. Manning, you can go, you already had a name. You, come here, your name. Kazak. Say that again. Kazak. Oh, you're a new slave. Come on, Kazak. Stamp it and go. We got a new one. Kazak. She got that joint yesterday. I'm trying to tell you. Somebody said, I love Meechi, though. Am I wrong? No, what you love is drama, Earl the Dot Lawrence. You love drama. She brings drama. She brings points that you can relate to. But once you elevate a little bit past sensationalism, you'll find out that she's not talking about nothing. Real talk. Once you elevate, Earl the Dot Lawrence says, I love Meechi. Am I wrong? No, you're not wrong. No, once you elevate past Once you elevate past the sensationalism and the drama and the cussing, she's not saying much. For real. She's not saying much. Because we're going to get into this. I know I'm playing a lot, but we're going to get into this in a minute. But let's do what she said.
As activists today, to try and get free, we fight against everything that he implemented. All he did was just give us more to work at. He didn't bring us further. That nigga set us back. Okay? So you can say what you want, but I don't celebrate his ass. I'll never celebrate any goddamn leader that the government hands to you. That's how you know he's full of shit.
This is the funny thing about that. She said that he set us back. Family, most people don't agree with the integration thing, right? But I'm going to tell you something. Anybody familiar with the Fair Housing Act? Anybody familiar with the Fair Housing Act? You know Martin Luther King was a catalyst. Most people talk about the integration stuff, right? But they don't understand that some of the things that Martin Luther King was instrumental in putting in place, people benefit from it today. One of them is the Fair Housing Act. The Fair Housing Act is that you go to a place and they can't deny you just because of your quote unquote race. Now, they still got tricks in that they do, but he was instrumental in that. That means you don't know history. Because it's many things that he was instrumental in besides the most popular things that they talk about. So you just don't know your history. Like that means that without that, you can walk into a place before of the work of Dr. King, you could walk into a place, put in an application, and they say, no, you can't get it because you are of African descent, black, or what have you. You can't appreciate that? But let me tell you something. The same people like her that's talking about Dr. King, they benefit from some of the barriers that Dr. King broke down. And let me tell you something about nonviolence approach. How many people would be able to strategize a non-violent movement and stick to the script while dogs are biting you? You think all of these people were suckers? They had discipline to stick to the script because they listened and followed the instruction of the wise man that was trying to open things up for the other side in the next generation. But do you think everybody was suckers that was getting beaten with sticks and they stuck to the script, that was getting sprayed by hoses? These are strong individuals. I'm pretty sure many people wanted to break rank and just want to break a foot off in some of them peens. But when they went out there with a plan. And that's what the problem with us as a people. We no longer stick to the script of the program. Right now, if I said we was going into the battlefield and I say nobody swing, nobody do nothing. Now you know good and well with the testosterone that the brothers have today and the toxic energy that we have as brothers and the toxic energy that the sisters have, man, somebody's swinging. Somebody's swinging. That takes discipline. That takes mental fortitude. That takes a whole lot for everybody, not just King, everybody to stick to the script. That ain't weak people. These are mentally strong people that had a plan and stuck to it. So now the question is, all these people talking, where is their plan? Selling somebody some European products and repackage them. Where is your plan? There you go. The original people say, nah, I wouldn't be out there getting beat on. We still be out there doing that. Where is your plan? Because this was a plan. This was a strategy. It wasn't a strategy that everybody agreed with. But it was a strategy that everybody had to go with because the consensus says that this is what we go with. And Martin Luther King was only the face of the strategy. This was done by elders in the churches. This was done by elders in the community. This was precipitated by elders. Martin Luther King was only the face of it. Just like the strategy with the sister on the bus, Rosa Parks. That was a strategy. It was many people that wouldn't move from their seats. You think we were suckers always up until Rosa Parks came? That was a strategy. It was a strategy in order. It was a strategy in order to get to the other side of a resolve. Maybe that's not your strategy, but to have people to go into the battlefield, to go cross the line of battle and stick to the script. Rosa Parks knew that they was going to try to move her off that seat. She knew it because they had been doing it for so long, but she had the courage enough. She had the courage enough to jump up in there and say, I'm going to stick to the script. That ain't weak. That ain't weak. That ain't weak. See, most people haven't studied history enough to even talk about this. You know what I mean? What about I took a few notes. What about the March on Selma? The March on Selma, they was getting tear gassed. They was getting tear gassed. And they kept on walking. A lot of the protests you didn't hear about was local. Then it affected on a national level. He was marching for trash men. He was organizing marches for trash men. He was organizing marching for unions. What is wrong with these people? The only thing they know is what the European told them about the integration part. He was marching for better wages. He was like, this is the low-hanging fruit. This is the low-hanging fruit. Now, the whole thing in a nutshell is,
as activists today, to try and get free, we fight against everything that he implemented.
She don't know history at all. So we fighting against fair housing. We fighting against the Voting Act. Are we fighting against that today? The Voting Act? We're fighting against that. See, people don't understand the Voting Act. The Voting Act, it didn't give you the right to vote. It criminalized those who try to take your right away. Is it a perfect system? Heck no. You know they come up with all different stuff, but come on now. Come on now. There's the system is broken. It's been broken. But if a man has a cause and he effectively move on that cause, and the best thing you can say is he slept with a European or something like that, and you are a product of that, I would rather take that from Dr. Umar than from you. I would still laugh at Umar, because if he said that about Dr. King, he would definitely have to say that about I think his uncle, he said, or whatever he is, Frederick Douglass, who married a European. It's like Umar talking about the bunnies and this and that, but he got the Frederick Douglass Academy, and Frederick Douglass married a European. Ain't nobody know that. But that doesn't take away from some of the changes that was implemented by the energy of Frederick Douglass. See, this is what happen when people don't read. This would happen when people still are playing with coloring books at 40 years old. Nah, that's not his uncle. That's what he said. No, Doug Walk, that's what he said. Yeah, that's what he said. Doug Walk, his uncle? Sure. That's what Umar said. You know, Umar make that stuff up as he go along, man. But the whole point I'm making is, man, why do people still support this? And people mad at me because I'm talking about Meech. Anybody coming in, because I'm talking about Meechi. Anybody in here yet? Or they get quiet? But he said, a lot of brothers like light-skinned, BBW, light-skinned or mixed women, they are also like let me tell you something. That's not true. My wife is light-skinned. My wife is light-skinned. Her mother is light-skinned. However, I didn't pick my wife because of that, because I have children by dark-skinned sister also. The point of the matter is that I don't think people preference all the time. It's your environment. You know what I mean? The environment that I was in the Moorish Science Temple of America, and my wife was a member of the Moorish Science Temple of America. So it's all about your environment at the end of the day. See, at the end of the day, when you're talking about race relations, it all depends on your environment. You know what I'm saying? I didn't pick my wife because she was light-skinned. You know what I'm saying? She didn't pick me because I got a skinny head and poppy eyes. You know what I mean? We found something relative to relate to, and that's what happened. You know, now if somebody just looking at somebody because of their complexion, that's superficial. I mean, that's just superficial. That's corny at best. You know what I mean? But what I'm talking about is one who is of mixed race can have disdain for a part of her origin. That's insane. That's insane. All right. That's insane though. Like if I was of mixed race, right? If I was of mixed race, there's no way that I can stand before people and be showing disdain for either side. There's no way. And I speak about some of the atrocity that's been perpetrated against Europeans. I don't do it much because I believe that we are the middleman to the European being able to commit a lot of these atrocities. But if I was of mixed race, there's nowhere in the world that I could talk like her. There's nowhere in the world. But that shows you something wrong with these people. Something is wrong with these people. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Something is really wrong with these people. That's why I thought it was important to cover this. You know what I mean? Do people even know about the fake letters that the FBI, if MLK was such a sellout, and I'm not saying that the government didn't have a hand in the build up of MLK. That's not what I'm saying. But at some point, MLK woke up. That's right, dog. Walking, you supposed to. What you look like having nieces and nephews that is of European origin or mixed origin, and you sitting there before the public talking like a savage. You just an insensitive person, and you need to get some psychological help. You need a padded room. That's what you need. You need a padded room because you got family. How can you care about people that you don't know and disrespect the family that you know? It doesn't even matter what she identified with. But doesn't Meechi identify as black? It doesn't matter how she identify. How can you disrespect the family that you know? And fake like you love people from the internet that you don't know. Now you tell me that ain't insane. Now you tell me that ain't crazy. Tell me that ain't crazy. You know you of mixed race and you just talk so much disrespectful disdain to your European side. But you don't even know people on the internet and say, I love y'all. I love y'all. Y'all go ahead and subscribe to MWTv. Come on, go ahead and subscribe. Go on, subscribe. Huh? I love y'all. No, you don't even love yourself. You don't even love yourself. Let's get it. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. I mean, we almost finished. I love this show though. I love it. I love it. Don't worry about it. Where I'm at, y'all done made me confused for a second. I like talk sometimes. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's look at this. Let's read this real quick. This is the letter that they sent to MLK to tell him to kill himself. Let's read this real quick. It says, King, in view of your low-grade abnormal personal behavior, I will not dignify your name with either a Mr. or a Reverend or a doctor. And your last name calls to mind only the type of king, such as King Henry the Eighth, and this countless acts of adultery and immoral conduct. What European has the right to judge somebody for their immorality, for their immoral conduct? What gives a European a right to pass judgment after he have killed, after he have murdered, after he have taken people innocence, after he have taken little children innocence, after he did what gives him the right? And now you echo it. And now you echo it. What gives him the right? Not only has he essayed the planet, he essayed children. He's essayed mothers. He essayed fathers. He destroyed families. These people of this energy that was coming at King is the same type of European. I ain't talking about regular European that kiss Scruffy in the mouth. They cool. I ain't talking about the regular European that pop a Budweiser and hung it up to their head and just drop it down like Steve Austin, Stone Cold. I ain't talking about that type of European. We're talking about a different type of European here. This European here is known to be treacherous. And you're going to use that. And you're going to use that to show disdain to Dr. King. Are you serious? Are you serious? Yeah, I said it. I'm not talking about the European that pop the beer like Stone Cold and drop it down their throat and all over their face and down their chest and kiss Scruffy in the mouth. I ain't talking about him. But this one that was behind this letter right here, this is the treacherous one here. And you're going to use that? You're going to use that? But let's read it anyway. And countless of acts of adultery and immoral conduct, lower than that of a beast. What? King, look into your heart. You know you are a complete fraud and great liability to all of us Negroes. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I think me and Meechi is going on a warpath now for coming at King. I got you, Dr. King. Hey, Dr. King, hit the Cash App. I got you. We need to take a trip to Colorado. Dr. King, are you up there? Hey, Richard Pryor. Can you tell Dr. King we need him to hit the Cash App? Me and Meechi going to Colorado. That's right. Richard Pryor, man. I'm just crazy as hell. I need to stop the show now. I think I need to stop the show now. I'm doing too much. I'm talking to Richard Pryor. I'm talking to Dr. King. Woo. Anyway, I'm sorry, man. I'm telling you, I'm sorry, man. Moorish World TV might not get 100,000 subscribers ever, because I'm just going to be so real, man. They ain't going to put me in the right algorithms, man. I'm trying to tell you. We gonna have to chill with that slow grind, man. I'm telling you. We going to have to chill with that slow grind. I'm trying to tell you. Woo! He said, for us Negroes, white people in this country have enough frauds of their own, but I am sure that they don't have one at this time that is anywhere near your equal. You are no clergyman, and you, oh man, woo! You are no clergyman, and you know it. I repeat, you are a colossal fraud and an evil, vicious one at that. You could not believe in God and act as you do. Clearly, you don't believe in any personal moral principles. King, like all frauds, your end is approaching. You could have been one of our greatest leaders. You, even at an early age, have turned out to be not a leader, but a dissolute, abnormal, moral imbecile. We will now have to depend on our older leaders like Wilkins, a man of character, and thank God we have others like him. But you are done. Your honorary degrees, your Nobel Prize, what a grim farce, and other awards will not save you. King, I repeat, you are done. No person can overcome the facts, not even a fraud like yourself. Lend your sexual psychotic ear to the enclosure. You will find yourself in all your dirt, filth, evil, moronic talk exposed on the record for all time. I repeat, no person can argue successfully against facts. You are finished. You will find on the record for all time. Oh, my fault. You are finished. I moved too fast. I was reading like I'm there. Dirty, either companions, and females giving expression with you and your hideous abnormalities, and some of them to pretend to be ministers of the gospel. Satan could not do more. What an incredible even. These people go all of this far with this fake letter. Listen to yourself, you filthy, abnormal animal. You are on the record. You have been on the record. All of your adulterous acts, your sexual orgies extending far into the past. This is one of the tiny samples. You will understand this, yes, from your various evil playmates on the East Coast to the blank blank and the others on the West Coast and outside of the country. You are on the record. King, you are done. The American public, the church organization that have been helping Protestant, Catholic, Jews will know you for what you are, an evil, abnormal beast. So will others who have backed you. You are done. King, there is only one thing left for you to do. You know what it is. You have 34 days in which to do. This exactly number has been selected for a specific reason. It is the definite practical significance. You are done. There is but one way out for you. You better take it before your filthy, abnormal, fraudulent self is barred to the nation. Now, if you got a European will go that far, if you got a European that will go that far, because this man did not make an impression, because this man have no effect. According to Lady Meechi, she's repeating this guy. She's repeating this guy. We're not saying Martin Luther King didn't have trysts. We're not saying Martin Luther King did not do anything out of the ordinary. In fact, let me share something with you. If I can. Civil rights leader Martin Luther King, whose name would later be tarnished by tales of womanizing, confessed an affair to his wife in the most vulnerable moment, days after she recovered from hysterectomy, according to the network. Depressed over the civil rights movement, the direction and the burden by promotions, premonitions, whatever, of his own murder, premonitions of his own murder, King told his wife of a mistress in 1968 as Coretta Scott King recovered from surgery from a tumor. Now, he literally told her, and we don't know if he told her all things, but let me tell you something. If he told her and she still rode this freedom train with him, what you talking about? What you talking about? If she was able to see past that, regardless of what anybody else see, Coretta was able to see past it. What you doing? You just talking. You just talking. You talking just like the Europeans talk. That's the European in you. That's the murky ether European type in you. That ain't the one that kiss Scruffy. That's the murky European in you. That ain't the one that kissed the dog in the mouth after the dog licked his behind. That ain't him. He cool. She cool. I mean, she cool. But after she was able to grow past that, who the heck are you who laid down allegedly according to Tommy Sotomayor? You allegedly laid down with Tommy Sotomayor. Who are you? Who are you? And anybody that listened to that stream, and I seen a comment on there, and I like to honor the comment. It was a person that was in the comment, and they was like, he was doing the best that he could. He did the best that he could. Like, how could you sit up there and run your mouth like that? Family, I'm going to end it right here. I do have more slides. This fool said, I'm pretty sure it was darker women at the temple and you married a light one. No, I didn't go around and say, I don't want the dark one, give me the light one. I don't want the dark one, give me the light one. No, I didn't do that. In fact, it wasn't even my choice because she turned me down. You follow me? But no, I wasn't like that. She's a Moorish American. I was at a time in my life for Charlie. I was at the time of my life, Charlie Thomas, that I wanted to be with a sister who was a bona fide Moorish American. I didn't want to teach nobody. I didn't want to groom nobody. I didn't want to try to be with somebody who was being with me because I was a Moorish American. I wanted somebody that had their own strengths within what they believe in. And that's what came to me. And I acknowledged it. And that's what you got to do. You got to, let me tell you, when you're fed up, this is for Charlie. Charlie made a comment that I'm pretty sure it was dark-skinned sisters in the temple, but you chose the light-skinned one. Let me tell you something, family. In life, right, when you want the one for you, the best thing that you can do is not to look for it. Meditate on it. Pray on it. Meditate. Contemplate on it. Know exactly what you want. Call for what you want, but it got to be an intellectual call. It got to be a spiritual call. And when that person appears, you will be able to recognize it because you already provided the prescription for yourself. And so when I seen my wife, she fit the bill. She fit the prescription. And it had nothing to do with complexion. Nothing whatsoever. Had everything to do with the softness of manners. It had everything to do with the accomplished mind. It had everything to do with her foot being into what I was into. It had everything to do with that. It has nothing to do with complexion. So if that's what you got to do, you got to manifest that which you like. You know what I'm saying? And definitely, I ain't chasing no person because of complexion. I mean, once you've been through so much, the last thing you worried about is complexion. You are a real shallow fool worried about some complexion. The object of this conversation tonight is that Meechi is half European and showing disdain to Europeans in such a disrespectful way that it leads us to believe or conclude that something has to be wrong with her. When she says that brothers want a Becky and they want a Becky when she's half Becky, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't even register. That shouldn't even register. Like, people should be looking at that like, man, is she crazy? They should be looking at her like she got a unicorn horn in the middle of her head. I mean, they should be looking at, and then not only is she showing disdain to her European side, she's also showing disdain to one who have moved the meter for us all, showing disdain for Dr. Martin Luther King. That don't even make sense. Maybe she need to study history. You know what we need to do? We need to do what the mini tops do. You know, the mini tops. When people come at our people, we need to shut them down. We need to do what the mini tops do. You know the mini tops? The mini tops, soon as Kyrie and all them talk crazy, they be saying apology in a little while. Mm-hmm. We need to do what the mini tops do. Soon as our people talk crazy, we need to shut them down. We need to shut them down and make them apologize. We need to do just like the mini tops. That's right. Talk with the mini tops. The mini tops got something for you. That's right. Have everybody apologizing. That we need to do. That we need to do. We need to organize ourselves and do just like the mini tops. Soon as you talk crazy, that's right, we coming for you. And you're gonna be up there. Well, you know, I apologize. You see what Kanye did, didn't you? Recently. That's right. We need. That's right. We need a mini top. We need a mini top squad. Anybody want to join the mini top squad? Press 7 if you want to join the mini top squad. Yeah, we need the mini top. I'm trying to tell you. We need the mini top squad over here with the melanated people. I don't see no 7. Anybody? I'm on my own. Steven X, how you join the mini top squad? We need the mini top squad. I need help. Anybody go help me? Anybody go help me with the mini tops? All right. Yeah. But I'm trying to tell you, listen. Y'all know the mini tops don't play with y'all. The mini tops, this is look. I'm trying to tell you. You can't play with me. I'm trying to tell you. Look. Let's tell you something. Let's see if I can get it right. Kozak. Michelle Kozak. My bell. Something. Michelle Kozak. Yeah. We're going to keep this up here. That's like, yeah, good time. That's like, is it? That's like, Michelle Kozak. That's like, y'all crazy. Oh my goodness, I messed that one up. Is it? Okay. Hold on. Let me see. Oh man, they playing with me. They don't want me to say it. All right, here we go. Hey, y'all messed me up, man. I done messed it up. That'll do. There it is. That's right. Mr. Ralph, my main man. Yeah, man, we do, man. We need. I'm telling you, man. There it is. There it is. Kozak. Koschek. Thank you, Mr. Ralph. Man, I appreciate each and every one of you. Man, but this is crazy, man. Listen. Even if MLK was so ineffective, federal agents spied on the widow of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King for several years after his assassination in 1968. According to newly released documents that reveal the FBI worried about her following in the footsteps of the slain civil rights icon. In a memo that revealed Coretta Scott King being closely followed by the government, the FBA noted concern that she might attempt to tie the anti-Vietnam movement to the civil rights movement. For years after Martin Luther King's death, the FBI closed its file on Coretta Scott King, saying that no information has come to the attention of Atlanta, which indicates the propensity for violence or affiliation of subversive elements, according to memorandum dated 1972. If he was so ineffective, Miss Kushik, why are they following his widow? Why are they following his widow if he's so ineffective? Listen, I know I'm going to have people in the comment section saying Martin Luther King was an agent. I know I'm going to have people in the comment section. That ain't what this is about. We're talking about that obviously he was a threat. Obviously he was a threat. Because he was able to bring to Congress legislation that dealt with discrimination as it relates to education, as it relates to employment, as it relates to housing. Now listen. It's not a perfect thing, but you can't tell me that those three things ain't important. Education, housing, and employment. He moved the meter. The problem is that too many people critiquing MLK and they don't know how to establish themselves as a force to move it to the next level. And that's all of us still trying to figure out, because after the show that I showed the other day, that there is a hand behind that's controlling the algorithms of the momentum of us as a people and the gatekeepers, it's pretty hard. It's pretty hard. But we can do it. But we got to get past of these sensationalists that don't know history, that don't know what's been moved, that don't know anything about what they're talking about. Do I agree with integration? No. However, I do believe that at some point, people would have to trade. Even in segregation, you would have to get outsiders to buy your products, goods, and service in order for you to grow. Because no people is an island unto themselves. This is why people would trade with communities or nations or tribes on the continent of Africa. This is why they had caravans to travel from this nation to that nation, from this tribe to that tribe. Because if you are exclusively in a circle of your own, you are going to deplete all your resources because you're not bringing anything in from the outside. So eventually it would have came to at least at bare minimum, trading with Europeans. It would have came to it because guess what? We the best of what we do. We the best. We the best of what we do. Whenever we put our mind to something, we the best at it. We would have had the best of planes. We would have had the best of cars. We would have had the best. Sure, we would have been segregated, but we would have had the best of the. And eventually, it would have all came together anyway. Because you cannot be an island unto yourself. So I don't like the approach of the integration concept. I don't like the approach. But however, I don't think that separation is racism either. I don't believe that. I don't believe because people, Chinese people want to be in China that they hate everybody outside of China. I'm pretty sure that some do, but I'm pretty sure some people just like to be in China because it's relatable and that's their culture. So separation ain't a bad thing. However, eventually trade would take place. Trade would take place. And if MLK wasn't such a threat, then why was it imperative to spy on him, to have infiltrators around him 24/7, and then ultimately take him out? That's just something to think about. That doesn't mean that he was or wasn't in bed at one time with the people. But at some point, he became a real threat. And those who become a real threat, they end up where MLK ended up at. That's the fact of the matter. So with that being said, family, throw your thumbs up for me. Y'all think this is a pretty good presentation? Throw your thumbs up for me. Share this. And we just gonna get the regular people that really want some good commentary, some quality slides, and some quality conversation as it relates to the conversations of the day. Oh, family. Hold up. Tomorrow, let me see if I'm ready for it. Let me see if I'm ready. Let me check. So tomorrow, family, y'all gonna be here tomorrow? Y'all gonna be here tomorrow? Tomorrow, family, we are going to be discussing the Trump card. All right? Let me hold up 1 second. Let me share it with y'all. Let me share with y'all the flyer real quick. That's right. Let me share with y'all the flyer. So tomorrow, family, what y'all doing tomorrow? Y'all busy? I'm gonna see if I can start early. Tomorrow, man. Cause seriously, hold up 1 second. 1 second, family. Don't go nowhere yet. Tomorrow. Hold on. I'm trying to find it on my phone. Oh, man, I wanted to share it. I should have had this ready. I should have had it locked and loaded. But that's all right. I'm about to give it to you right now. Oh, I got it. Here you go. Oh, man. I should have it locked and loaded. Y'all ready for tomorrow's show? All right, let me see. I'm about to bring it up right now. Tomorrow's show, we going in, family. We talking about politics tomorrow. All right? If you don't like politics, it might not be your show. We talking about politics tomorrow. We going in but the politics. Anybody like the politics conversation? Press 7 if you like the politic conversation. Anybody? Do anybody like the political conversation? Nah? Anybody like it? I'm about to put the video up today. I'm about to start the show today. Anybody like the political conversation? Let me see if I can see anybody. Press 7 if y'all like the political conversation. So we're gonna talk about the political conversation tomorrow. That's right. We're gonna start talking about FBA. Is Donald Trump the FBA's Trump card? And we're gonna talk about tomorrow how the foundational Black America is being duped. You know what I'm saying? Somebody say you copying Meechi content. What Meechi talking about? I don't think you've seen the show. Anyway. Yeah, so we're gonna show how the FBAs are being duped to support Trump. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get in deep. Yeah, we're gonna get in deep. You know what I mean? we gonna pause. Yeah. So I hope I see y'all tomorrow. Y'all gonna be here tomorrow for the show. This is gonna be a good one tomorrow. Won't you grow up? Don't you grow up with your poppy eyes? Won't you grow up, your skinny head and poppy eyes? Won't you grow up? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, man. Anyway, Peace and love, man. Check 1, 2.
It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. First of all, let me welcome y'all to Moorish World TV. Come on, it's time to go. Ain't nobody gonna deceive me.
Kazak. Kuzik. Kazak. 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 Kazak.
And please don't front. Come on, keep
Kazak. Kazak. Kaza.
And Grandmaster J, word to God to all
Kaza.
I brought them to the knees, but they ain't nothing. Watch how the Tariq Allah Nasheed.
Kaza.
Moorish World TV, I'm your host, Brother Sahaka Bay.
Kaza.
Let's get on these.
Kaza.
And let's set up.
Kaza. What up, Kaza? What up, Kaza?
That's right, let everybody know what's going down. Moorish World
Kaza. Ah, Kaza.
Share this to at least 2 platforms.
Kazak.
Thumbs up.
Kaza.
Show starts now. Let's get it.
Kaza. 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 Kas. 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 Kazaka. Kasaka. Kas. Kasaka. Kas. 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 Kaza.